if you knew you were only 100 rejections away from succeeding, how quickly would you want to fail?
He's just like a physical freak.
Oh, really?
He's just a physical freak, like mega aggressive.
Luke was playing left back and I was playing right wing. And I just ripped him to shreds.
I think especially at the like League 1, League 2 level where the contracts...
Rashford versus Beckham.
Marcus.
If this goes up, I'm definitely getting some abuse for that, I think, to be honest. Yeah.
Right, this is episode 3 of Can I Shock You by Benet Clo, where we talk about the trials and tribulations of pro footballers across the EFL. Today I'm joined with Jordan Graham and Theo Archibald, who were seen at training earlier today. Nice to see you again, boys. Right, I'm going to take a little break. Do you want water?
Please.
Yeah. The next part of the segment, we'll probably keep this bit in anyway, but we'll have a little bit of debate.
Nice.
Okay.
A little bit about... It's the brand's more based on nostalgia football, so it's more like 2000s to 2010.
It's a good era.
Because I'm not gonna lie, I don't watch as much football as I did back then. So we'll talk about a few things, a few comparisons.
Thank you, mate.
There, sorry, mate. You got one there?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you, bro.
And we've got 46 minutes left, so we've got a decent amount of time. It does go fast though, eh?
Goes rapid, bro.
Goes fast. I wanted to book it for 2.5 hours, but they think they've got one straight after. But it's going well so
quick,
far.
bro. It's good though.
Yeah,
it's really good.
If you ever see me looking at the laptop or the screen or anything, I'm just checking things and questions. So don't think I'm ignoring you.
No, it's cool.
So the first question. This should be interesting. So,
What have you got lined up?
do you think stats are killing the game, or do you think it's making it clear who's actually better? So, for example, Salah and Hazard is the obvious comparison. Who would you rather have in your team out of the two? And we're talking primes.
Damn me. So, it's such a good question. It's going to be such a good debate. So, of course, numbers-wise, yeah? Let's start with numbers-wise.
Yeah.
Players like Salah. Salah's a perfect example.
Yeah.
I don't really like watching Salah play football.
Yeah.
Like that's just
That's going to be a great clip, by the way, John.
that's just how I am. Like on the eye, for me, it's not really what I enjoy. Now, let's forget Hazard for a moment. Let's just take it down a tier in terms of player. Let's go to like a Mahrez, who I would say is a tier below Hazard.
You think?
Yeah, I think he's a tier below Hazard. Yeah.
Do you think he is?
In terms of pure technical ability, no, but in terms of effectiveness and what they've managed to do, then I would say I probably put Hazard on a pedestal above Mahrez. But
So
Mahrez is so silky.
I think numbers
what I'm
are be
trying to
surprised with Hazard and Mahrez. You know?
They're probably closer than you think. Yeah, you're right.
Mahrez,
PFA player of the year, by the way.
Yeah, he was elite. But like Mahrez, watching Mahrez is like, for me, is just like he's just fantastic. Yeah. And of course we're gonna go, okay, who's a better player overall? Salah, like numbers wise, career wise, of course Salah. But Mahrez, Hazard, those type of players, like forget it, before we even get into Neymar's and stuff, but just players that I sit there and I watch and I think, God, I can't wait for you to get the ball. Like, just give him the ball, because what's he gonna do? Yeah. His first, like Mahrez's first touch, or Hazard when he's got his back to someone and he runs over the ball when someone runs the wrong way, and I'm like, crazy. You don't see that from Salah. No, I'm not.
Salah's got some bangers that are like crazy though, you know, like against City. That goal, do you remember?
Yeah.
The one against Everton, I think.
Do you remember the one against Watford where he got like tripped up in the box?
Yeah,
and
like the thing I find weird about Salah is that he doesn't look great on the eye, but some of these goals are like unbelievable. So it's like, it's almost just the way his body's moving. It just feels a bit robotic.
This is what I'm trying to say. So even his goals, that are unbelievable, like, I still don't enjoy it.
Nah, you can't not enjoy that City goal, bro.
No. But like, do you know, it's mad because like, okay, so do you remember? Okay, because Salah, it's perfect timing because he's at Liverpool. Do you remember Hazard's goal at Liverpool? Away at Anfield.
Yeah,
the 1-2, like the Megs, and then the 1-2, and then like that's just for me.
Do you think that's better than the City goal?
It just looks.
It looks the way his body moves.
He's smoother.
It's like Shirky, innit? It just moves so effortlessly.
Yeah, so Shirky's like that. Nah, I know a lot's happening now, and we've seen a lot more clips of him now playing. But this guy's crazy.
It's crazy, bro. I personally think he might be the most skillful player to play in the Premier League.
I'm not sure I would disagree.
Who would you put up there? So you're saying Shirky?
Yeah.
Not in any order, but
a young Ronaldo was.
do you think he's up there with Sherky?
I mean, like it's completely different skills, right? Sherky's just beautiful first touches and like fake just about like. People forget Ronaldo from Tarat. Yeah.
No, but I feel like a lot of Ronaldo's skills, it just do it in front of him, and like you might disagree because you love Ronaldo, but I don't know. I think the shaky ones, like you just see his little megs, you just. Do you know what I mean? It's just clean. It's like a little through ball with a little back heel. Like I don't know. I just find.
No, you know what? A lot about Sherky as well. Yeah, it's like
is that Mahrez on steps?
It's like sometimes it's like the clips, bro. Like sometimes I'm seeing these clips where he's just doing silliness with the ball, but even before games, and he just flicking the ball. The way he flicks the ball.
I didn't think he'd be able to do what he was doing in the Prem as efficiently as he was.
I didn't either. Do you know what? And low-key, I wasn't actually 100% sure Pep did. Do you know that?
Yeah.
I don't, but I think now he's starting to realise, my man's serious.
You know what I rate about him so much? Yeah, you can tell Pep doesn't really like a lot of what he does, but he don't give a shit.
He doesn't give a shit.
He don't give a shit. He just thinks, this is what I'm good at. I'm going to do it.
You know, the prime example was when he started doing the keep-ups against Arsenal. You see Mama shaking his head. Pep shaking his head like this, but he has to accept it.
Yeah, he has to accept it, and he's kind of forced it because he's so good. He's like, I got to play this guy.
Of course, and also if you stop him, like Pep wouldn't stop, but if you stop him from doing that, then you're then taking away what makes
it's almost kind of what happened with Grealish. Like when he was at City, it kind of. I feel like he didn't have the freedom he was playing with at Villa, kind of at City. Do you know what I mean? And that kind of that was his game. So when you take somebody's best attribute away from them, it's going to be difficult.
A shadow of themselves.
Yeah, exactly.
And Jack's a perfect. Like obviously, I played with Jack for so long, and like honestly, he's absolutely ridiculous. Like he's so good at football. It's scary. Like you can't get the ball off him. Like he's scary. And then that season, when he was at Villa in the Champions and the Prem, and he had the freedom, and Dean Smith was letting him do whatever he wanted, and it's just like I knew it was coming. I called it a long way off. I was like, this guy is nuts, nuts. I'm praying for him that he stayed injury free, which he did. And then of course you talk about the move to City, and then the way they play. A lot of it is positional, and when you get the ball in a certain position, you need to give it to this player because then they can play to this player. And I get it, and obviously it was Man City, and Pep's Pep.
Yeah, you want to treble there.
But then again, like you said earlier about Cherky, then you're losing Jack's a shadow of himself at City compared to what he was at Villa. And
sometimes
even Everton now, this start of the season, before he got injured, you could see David Moyes was allowing him that more freedom just to express himself, and then you start to get that version of Jack again.
It sounds mad, but sometimes I think what's best for the player isn't always best for the team. So it's like what's best for the team isn't what's best for the player. So the team's performing really well, but you might be a little bit of a shadow of yourself. But like he was playing in the team that won a treble. Do you know what I mean? So he's got a treble under his belt, but he might not have even thought he was playing his best football. It's crazy.
We kind of are in this era, I think, of football a little bit, where there's less and less mavericks. There's like we've kind of lost the number 10 in a way. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of disappeared a little bit. It's like it's really systematic, and the manager it feels like the most important person at the football club. It's his philosophy, it's his ideas. The team play. Each player plays the way that he's trained them to do. Whereas you sort of rewind a bit of time and. It just sort of felt like the manager sometimes was there to just almost manage the players, and the players went out and sort of did their thing on the pitch.
What do you prefer?
I don't know. I mean, maybe there's a bit of nostalgia bias there, but
you know what's
it kind of feels sterile. Feels sterile.
My next point was, has football become robotic compared to the early 2000s? So you bang on, mate. So I'm sorry to interrupt you.
No. Not completely, but I think a little bit. Yeah, I mean, we've just kind of lost. We're talking about Sherky. He's a sort of like quite a unique talent, really. Like there's less and less of them that are probably allowed to flourish at the very top level because it has become systematic and it's dictated by the way the manager wants to play. And how can anyone really tell Ryan Sherky what to sort of do with the ball, because he's. Almost no one has his sort of talent and his vision. But he's quite unique in the sense that he's managed to make it into a top side. I think there probably are other players who maybe don't quite get to make it to that level because they don't fit into a certain system the way that managers want them to be. I don't know. I
think the prime time for tactics and also freedom and flair was probably around 10 years ago, maybe even a bit 15 years ago, maybe, where not early 2000s, but like mid 2000s of like when Mahrez was playing. Obviously Neymar in his prime was like 2013, 14. I just feel like that period, players had like the ability was frightening and the flair was on the show and display, but then it was also still structured within the game. Whereas like early 2000s, it was kind of there was flair and stuff. I feel like it was not as tactical as what it is now. So yeah, I feel like it's gone a bit robotic. There's a few players, obviously there's Yamal, Cherki, Doué. Trying to think who else is there.
Kvaratskhelia is cold.
Yeah. Yeah, he's cold.
He's cold. He's cold.
But yeah, there's not many.
There's not many. See, even to be sat here in a position like this where we've named 4 and we're struggling to name more, it's like, what's going on?
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
True. It's true. Who are the best opponents you've faced? Not the highest, but just actually the best that you thought you've given me a tough day. Give them a little shout out. Because it's not always the best name. It's sometimes somebody that was
individual players.
Like directly against like a fullback or a winger when you're playing wing back.
So mine,
go on,
is Luke Shaw, who's a good friend of mine. But it's a really, I'll make a long story short. So we initially got called up into the England setup when we were younger, and I was at Villa and Luke was at Southampton, and I remember we did I think it was Noel Blake that took the session.
Noel Blake?
Yeah, I think it was Noel Blake that took the session.
Shout out Noel Blake.
Shout out Noel Blake.
Top guy. No, was top. And it was like an attack v defence session. So Luke was playing left back and I was playing right wing. And I just ripped him to shreds. Oh,
really?
Like, absolutely ripped him to shreds. No, ripped him to shreds. Yeah. And that was when I was in, like, we talked earlier about flow state. I was flying. Anyway, long story short, comes back to England camp. I don't think he makes the next one or the next 2. And then he comes back to the England camp and we go into 1v1 attack v defence. And oh my gosh.
Different man.
Demi, it was, I'm telling you, I tried everything. Yeah. It was and you know, I was pushing the ball towards the touchline trying to cross. No. He's straight on me. I'm going to cross the chop. So the way he's turning his body, is like he doesn't turn his back to play. So when I go to cross, a lot of defenders will like try and block and turn. Yeah. He's just there. You try and megs him, you can't megs him because he turns so fast and his arms on you.
He's one of them fullbacks that gets right on top of you.
Right, but he won't. He never tries to. He'll never try and like stab tackle him with the ball. So he'll be like, "Go on, you've got to beat me because I know you can't beat me now." In his head, he's like, "I know that you cannot go around me. So I'm just gonna stand here. And what are you gonna do?" Okay, I'll push it wide, try cross, no, I'll block it. Okay, you're going to push it wide, chop, I'm not going to commit, so now I'm still here, now what? You end up just passing the ball back to fullback. Or, if I'm on the right, which I was, I'd end up having to come back and just try put an average crossing with my left foot, and half the time he's still like that. So I remember we used to share rooms on away trips. I remember saying to him, like, bro, like, what happened? Like,
did he grow? What was it?
He said to me, I don't know, bro. Don't know. I just practiced. Got rid of
it. At Southampton at the time?
Just got practice. Just loads of 1v1 defending.
What age group was that?
This was 16s, Victory Shield season, and then the season after, so 16, 17s, and then he got his move. Next thing you know, 30 million to Man United.
How old was he in 19? 18?
Yeah, 18.
Yeah. What, like 29? No, like 30 now.
My age, I think 30.
It's been over 10 years, isn't it?
Yeah.
Testimonial for him soon.
Yeah.
Yes, that's crazy. Like, but honestly, Demi, I don't know. He's without a doubt, like, and it wasn't in a match environment, but like, it was consistently in training. Like, once he got good at 1v1s, and the thing is, once he got to that level at one, then he just kicked on. After that, it wasn't long before Man United took him, and then the rest is history. But the turnaround and trying to get past him, it was Demi. Mad.
What about you? What do you feel? Hardest opponent?
Kind of racking my brains a wee bit.
You not got one yet? Do you want to give you a long time there?
Yeah, I know. But then we start talking about. I was intrigued by the story. So, do you know what? Shad Ogie. Do you remember? Were you here?
No, but I know who you're talking about.
He just I couldn't think of someone that I came up against in a game. I mean, there's probably been plenty that have managed to keep me completely quiet. But he was here at Orient for the first couple of years I was here, and I think he's still at Gillingham now.
What kind of fullback is he?
He's like a centre back come fullback, but he's just like a physical freak.
Oh really?
He's just a physical freak, like mega aggressive, and
I thought you would have liked that kind of like someone that's Like I'm gonna me v you.
I do if it means that like
you win.
I can still win, but like I couldn't win it. I couldn't win against him. And like even if he's like he was quite young when he was at Orient, and like he would maybe occasionally like be slightly rash and dive in. You get a touch past him, but then he's back on you before you know it. And yeah, he's just the person that kind of popped into my head, and I was like, I'm quite glad in the last in the previous sort of 3 years where I've not been in his team, I've never come up against him, because I really wouldn't enjoy it.
Next one I've got for you is what's the best goal you've scored? I've seen some of your bangers, so I'll start with you.
Best goal. There's actually a few quite good ones, to be fair, but I think the year we won the league with Orient, we'd gone 5 or 6 games without. We'd been flying. I think we set a record for. I think we won 9 of the first 10 games. We're cruising, and then over that Christmas period, just hit a complete hump. Didn't score a goal for 5 games. We're playing against Doncaster at home, and the first 60 minutes is wank. We're just like, we've barely had a shot on target, and launch a long throw into the box, kind of bouncing around. I'm 35 yards out and just gets knocked to me. I just knee it and decide to just hit a looper. And again, it goes in and we win the game 1-0, and it kind of spurred us on, I think, again to sort of kick on. Is it your favourite
goal?
I think
we'll put it on a clip, by the way, while she's talking over the top.
I think in terms of just kind of like when you score a good goal and you get that rush, there's not been another goal I've scored that's given me that kind of rush. And they're just like, there was like a relief in the stadium, because we'd built such a lead in the league, and then Stevenage were just catching us and blah 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 blah. And for 70 minutes odd, we just hadn't done anything of the stadium. We just kind of fallen flat, and then this happened and just kind of erupted.
You've done me a favour there, because that leads me on to my next point. Is there a better feeling in the world than scoring a screamer? There's not. I don't think there is.
No, I don't think there is.
No,
I don't think there is.
I don't know. For me, I think the closest thing you can compare it to, and it's like maybe a 10% amount, is like when you put some money on, a big amount of money on red or black, and something, not even red or black, or a big number, and it comes in and everyone's jumping. Like that's like a small feeling that's similar, but I can't replicate that feeling doing anything else. I don't think anyone can. Even an artist going on stage, it's expected, so you know that the fans are screaming, you know they're waiting for you to come out, so it's a different feeling. It might be just as good, but in terms of like, you don't know you're gonna score. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. That rush of dopamine that you get.
It's mad,
I know, yeah. And the noise of the crowd.
It's almost
and
in
stuff.
slow-mo.
I know. Yeah.
What about yourself, Jordan?
This is gonna sound mad, yeah, because you're gonna think I'm just saying this because I'm here, but I'm genuinely not. You know, you gave your like second analogy as like the red or black, like high stakes. For me, what's the closest, and it's like really close to scoring a goal, a screamer, or just a goal. That feeling is actually assisting, and I'm not even joking.
Really, yeah? Bro,
I get so much pleasure from like, if I hit a ball into the box and I'm like, that is on the money, and someone just bang, it's like a shared happiness. Like I feel Of course, you scoring the banger yourself is top, but very, very close to that. And that's just because I love so much about my game is crossing the ball and delivering balls into the box, but being able to help my teammates score. And I'm not talking shitty assists. But when you've hit a cross or a wicked like through ball, and then your teammate finishes it off, bro, the feeling I get is so close to scoring yourself. I love it. I really, really do. I get so much joy from knowing that I can provide that for my teammate.
Do you know what? I hear it because the amount of balls that you put in that are top where someone misses the chance, how frustrating.
Me and Theo just feel like it's recently.
It's one of the worst feelings, and it's like, I should have had 4 assists now.
Yeah. and then the worst thing is you'll watch someone hit a cross that bubbles twice and hits a lump in the ground, and somehow the guy scores a worldie and the guy gets an assist for it. I'm thinking, but I'll put balls on the money and you're not missing from none. What do you mean?
Sometimes you get them back though, because you'll do a 5-yard pass to someone who scores a screamer. So it's not too bad. Favourite goal, Jordan?
So, favourite goal, without a doubt, will be my first goal for Wolves. I scored at Charlton away, and I was 7 yards out. I think it was Benicophobe that cross the ball across the box to me and I couldn't miss. But it was about I want to say maybe my 7th or 8th game. I hadn't scored for Wolves yet. And it was, Wolves had sold out. You know the way at Charlton is, it's the behind the goal, the whole bottom tier stand, and I think maybe even the top one as well, but it was packed. And yeah, I scored it was that end, and literally I hadn't scored for Wolves, and like we talked about the dopamine, like it was like it was a bang average goal. It was harder to miss, but the feeling I got was like ridiculous, because I was thinking, I've just scored for Wolves in the champ, like this is, and I'm in form, so I was like, this is, I'm in the sweet spot here. But my best goal, I would probably say, was a free kick for Oxford when we played Blackpool away. And who was the manager? Carl Robinson at the time. And it was one of those ones where, are you going to end up clipping this? And it's
I'll clip it, so
it was one of those ones where like, I should never have shot. Like, it was that far out. I shouldn't have shot. But like, I was looking and I was thinking, it was a weird angle, Demi. I don't know, mate. You'll have to see it and give me your opinion. But it was one of them ones where I looked into the box. I thought, if I end up curling this, I just think the defender's going to head it out. If I hit it too quick, I don't think our players are going to get on the end of it, and it'll either go out the back. So I was like, you know what? Just before the referee blew the whistle, I looked at the keeper. I thought, I'm just gonna slap this. I just hit it and it just went top left.
Yeah.
I was
How far out do you reckon you was?
I was way out. Like I was in it. If we could freeze this still now and you were to look at the screen, you'd be like, nah, you didn't shoot from there. But I did.
Was it on the left or the right side?
On the left hand side.
On the left hand side. Over the wall. Or keeper side.
I was that far out. I don't even know if there was that wall. Maybe there was there was one person stood there. I can't really remember too much, but yeah. And then it went in, and then I remember when it went in, I didn't even know what to do, bro. I had no celebration. I was like, I didn't expect it to go in. I thought it was gonna go anywhere. But when it went in, I was in disbelief. But yeah, that'd be my favourite goal. But my best.
What's yours?
Sorry, but that was my best goal. But my favourite one's the Wolves one.
If I had a best goal, it probably would be one of two where. One against Orient.
Oh yeah, I remember
that one.
Against us.
Yeah.
I think you was playing that.
Yeah.
That's up there. And my actual, to be honest, it's probably both my best and my favourite. My first ever professional goal on a counter attack for Hearts. I'm playing wing back, and I'm just bolting out the pitch while someone else is driving with it. He's played it across to me about 28 yards out. I've took a touch, and there's a defender in front of me. I could literally drive at him, try and take him on 1v1, and I just slapped it, like top spin, knuckleballed it. And it's just gone in. It's my first professional goal in a cup game for Hearts on Sky Sports, and it was just top.
Yeah. At Tynecastle?
At Tynecastle, yeah. So, yeah, that's probably my favourite.
Yeah, that's top. Especially like when it's your first goal.
It's your first and it's a banger. Yeah. I think I got goal of the season for Hearts that year, so yeah, I think that one's probably my favourite.
Oh, that's top.
Yeah. Moving on to the next one, which is probably the opposite, not the worst goal. What's the hardest thing about being a pro footballer? Hardest thing for me is contracts, bro. Like short term, you come into the end of the contract, you don't know if you're going to get a new one, you don't know what's around the corner, you don't know what you're going to be getting paid, if you're going to be getting paid in July, or you get your severance pay, but you know what I mean. You just the uncertainty of when things are not going well.
Yeah, I think especially at the League 1, League 2 level, where the contracts they are sort of seemingly getting a little bit longer at certain clubs now, but like most of the deals we're signing are 2 years, sometimes 1 year, and that when that's sort of coming to an end, it is really unsettling. I think especially as you get older and you've got a partner or if you've got children and that kind of thing, you don't want to uproot your life every year, sometimes every 6 months and whatever, and like it's difficult.
Because
you just kind of it's just, it can be very unsettling for you. You know, you never really. It takes a while to feel at home somewhere, and then before you know it, you could be off again. And you know, moving to different parts of the world, and like we've got a lot of downtime. But if you're away from your friends, you're away from your family. Like, how do you best fill that time? And that's also a kind of catch with sort of moving away and whatnot. When you've got your life, you know, at home and you're settled and you've got your friends around you, you've got, you know, partner, family, that kind of thing. It's not so difficult filling that time. But if you're away from, I mean, you spent time in Scotland, for example. When the football's going well, it can kind of mask quite a lot of it. But I mean, I've been away. Spent a year at Lincoln, and I didn't start a game in the league for a year. And then you're questioning like, well, okay, I'm in the middle of nowhere and I don't really have I don't have any friends around me.
Yeah.
But also I'm not playing football. I'm just going in and training, and then I'm going home at 2:00 every day. My best friend's my PS5 controller. It's
Do you know what it is? I have a lot of people in the comments sometimes saying like, or not even just on my comments, because I've only done a couple, but I've seen in other comments people saying, yeah, but you're getting paid X, Y, and Z, and you know, you go home, you can pay for whatever you want, you can do this, you can do that, and obviously it is nice getting the pay, but it's still a short-term contract. But at the end of the day, money doesn't buy happiness, for me anyway. Money's not my god, so it's like, I don't know, it is obviously a luxury to be getting paid well as a footballer, but at the same time, those things you mentioned of being isolated when you're not playing, you're in a place that you don't know anybody, you got no friends, PlayStation is your best mate. It's difficult. I think it's difficult, and money can only mask so much of that. What about yourself, George?
It's really interesting that we're on this topic, because so for me, I would say it's two things. The first one, which is short and easy to explain, is a little bit similar to what you both touched on in terms of moving and family and friends. So I think when you're not, life's precious and you don't know how long people are going to be here for. And when you're playing football, a lot of the time you're away from your loved ones. And that can be really difficult because, you know, you don't have your friend around the corner, you don't have your parents around the corner. If you're fortunate to still have parents, you don't have, you can't just nip. I was very lucky when I was at Birmingham. I didn't take it for granted. I was like, wow, I'm actually living, because I'm from Coventry, so I'm living 5 minutes away from all my loved people in my life. Like, this is amazing. And then don't get me wrong, coming to Orient, like I've lived down in London, like London's incredible, but you quickly realise not having the luxury of being able to go and spend that valuable time with the people that you love and care about so much in your life. I don't think that's something that a lot of football fans really ever consider. And the second one is a really interesting one. So, and I got to say on the record, like, I love football, bro. Like, you know me, Theo knows, like, I love football, like, really love it. So I've been unemployed since summer. So this point you touched on in terms of how you get paid, blah, 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 I haven't been paid since whatever it is, July last year. Like, I'm paying myself basically out my own money every single day to go in and rehab and work on my body. I've still got the same outgoings, I've still got the same bills, but it's not even a thing where people can be like, oh yeah, but he's getting his bread, so it's like, I'm even getting that. So like, the last year for me has been like eye-opening, like real eye-opening, but it's also, I think, unlocked like a superpower, like mentally, which I thought I was really strong anyway. To go through what I've gone through in the past, injury-wise and career-wise, I've had to overcome some real difficult hurdles, but then like this last 15 months has been, I almost wouldn't be able to describe how tough it's been. And then to times that by actually not getting a salary, and it's like, and I'm chasing, because the sooner I get back fit, the sooner I'll be able to earn a contract, and the sooner I can start playing football as my job again. But at the same time, when I'm getting these setbacks and something's not right, and you know how long-term rehab goes, it's like every week that goes by, every month that goes by, then we get to the end of the month, more bills come out, and I got nowhere getting, like, it's pressurizing and it's difficult and it's hard. But I've also got to a place where I'm now okay with it being hard. I think there was this bravado that I tried to put on in this front of like, almost mask it, like, I get through it. And I have gotten through it and I'm getting through it. But recently, I'd say probably since the turn of the year, I'm now comfortable with being a lot more vulnerable. And I think that's cool.
I think that's cool as well. I was out of contract in the summer, and it was only literally for about a month. But I felt what you was feeling, probably 5%, and it was tough, just that little period. So for what you're going through at the moment, or what you've been going through with the injury and stuff and having the setbacks, I think to deal with that mentally, like, props to yourself, bro. Props to yourself.
I appreciate it.
Obviously, I'm 29, you're 28, you're 31.
Yeah.
31. Coming towards, we're in the old box now. When we do boxes, sometimes there's even young, middle and old. We're in the old now. Have you got any thoughts about what you want to do life after football? I'll start with Jordan because he's already doing it, and I feel like that's helped you get through this period quite a lot, but I'll let you touch on it yourself. What are your plans for after football?
Yeah, so what initially happened was when I signed for Orient, I had the blessing of playing with Theo, which was wicked, and I was really enjoying them times there. And then I think I was actually second in the league for assists just before I ruptured my patella against Burton. I was having a really good season. I was in that flow state we spoke about. And then ruptured my patella, which I initially thought was my ACL. Had my MRI. They said, no, you've ruptured patella, which it's tomato, because yes, it's good that your ACL's fine, but you're still going to be out for minimum 9 months. So I was like, right, okay, I'm going to spend the next 9 months rehabbing, eating, sleeping, rehabbing, eating, sleeping, rehabbing, eating, sleeping. Did that, came back in the preseason, felt okay, started to feel like I was getting back to where I needed to be, and then unfortunately I came off the bench against Huddersfield November 2024 and re-ruptured my patella. So on the stretcher on the way off, it's kind of weird, Demi, but like, and it's probably hard to believe, and viewers that are going to watch it's going to be like, no way he's talking out of his arse, like, but I'm being deadly serious. On the stretcher on the way off, I was thinking two things. The first thing I was thinking, shit, I wasn't even thinking about the knee. I was like, all of them watt bike sessions I'm going to have to do again. Like, bro, the watt bike thing, mad.
If anyone knows about the watt bike, all pro footballers know it's the worst thing in physio that you've got to do, these watt bike sessions. So.
I'm literally thinking it. I got gas and air on, and they're saying to me, okay? And I'm just like, I got a watt bike. It's mad, bro. I got a watt bike, yeah? So I'm thinking that, and then instantly, I tell her, like, that was what I was thinking. Then I got into the medical room, they assessed my knee blew up. I knew it wasn't good. I knew that I'd re-rupture my patella. I got home that night, and I was like, okay, cool. I'm going to speak to Curtis Davis, because I played against Curtis Davis throughout my career. So I messaged him, and I was like, Kurt, look, is it okay that I can come and shadow you at Sky? Would you mind? And he was like, absolutely no problem, bro. I'm doing the early kickoff. It's Derby Leeds. I couldn't have surgery for 2 weeks because I need to wait for my swelling to go down in my knee. So he said, you can come, I'll get you a guest pass, come and just learn the ropes and just watch me. So went over to Osterley, West London, crutches, brace on, pre-surgery, sat in there in the studio, met a few people, networked a little bit, watched them do the show. And these guys were looking at me like, what is this guy doing? He's just done his re-ruptured tendon, and I said, I'm here. This is something I want to do after football. I believe I have the capabilities and the qualities to be a really good pundit, broadcaster, co-commentator. I really, really want to do it. It's not going to be half-hearted from me. I mean, you can tell I'm here with a brace on. So already I want to get the ball rolling now. And I'm also aware and conscious enough to know that I might not be able to play again. Luckily now, I've trained a few times and I know that I can play again because I'm starting to feel really, really good in the training sessions that I train. So I know that that's okay.
Yeah, you've looked sharp in some of the sessions, bro.
No, I appreciate it. Thank you, bro. Yeah. At the start, it felt difficult, but then I started to feel more comfortable and my body was starting to do what my brain was telling it. So yeah, that's a real big plus now. So I'm focused on pre-season, but after that day that I met Curtis, I was like, this is something I want to do. So I took the numbers of a couple of producers at Sky, and they managed to get me, the first game I did, I think, was Bradford Birmingham in the Virtue Trophy, February last year. And since then, I think I've worked for Sky 7 or 8 times. I've done 2 soccer specials. I did the Orient TNT game for TNT against Tamworth with Julian Escott, which was wicked. That was pitch side. I did the Orient semi-final game with Joby against Stockport. And it's just about, do you know what it is, Demi? Yeah, like,
you're a natural, bro.
I believe in myself, and I believe that I've got the capabilities and qualities to do it. And I'm also not afraid to put myself out there, and I'm not afraid at all of rejection. I've got a little quote for you as well. It's one for you. I found this not too long ago, and I love it. It said, if you were 100 rejections away from succeeding, how fast would you say no?
How fast would you say no? Yeah, very quickly.
But there you go then. So you just don't know when it's going to happen, bro. So you just got to be willing to put yourself out there. And if you fail, you learn. If you fail, you learn. If you don't get a gig, what can I do to improve? Where did I go wrong? I'll rewatch all my clips, football-wise and media-wise. What could I have done better there? How could I have spoke about it? Was I eloquent enough there? And it's just, for me, it's like, if everyone out there in the world knew that they were this close to succeeding, I think people would want to fail ASAP.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's where I'm at, really, bro. And I thought it's a nice little contingency. And initially, Demi, like I said at the start, I didn't know if I was going to play again.
Yeah.
But now I'm in a place where hopefully next season I can tie playing football in with the media stuff.
That'll be a great clip, that quote. I'll clip that. It'll be a nice little clip. Theo, yourself, thoughts on after football? We've got 11 minutes left, and I'm going to do as a little quick fire round, player versus player, and this or that. So
that's it.
Yeah.
I think, I mean, I just spent the last couple of years getting a degree through the PFA Business School, actually. So shout out to the PFA Business School.
Shout out to the PFA Business School.
Shout
keep looking up there. The cameras there.
Yeah. Yeah. I never thought that would happen, to be honest. I don't think my parents did either. But yeah, I did that in global sports business management, with a view probably to working maybe at that kind of sporting director level. I was trying to learn the ropes of it, really, to be honest. I mean, I'd like
CEO director kind of.
Yeah, I think I'll definitely do my badges probably starting next year as well. I think it's always quite a good way to actually get your way into a football club. But if I'm honest with myself, I don't think I've got the patience to be a coach, and I don't think I've got the. Yeah, I don't know if Maybe it'll change, because 3 or 4 years ago I said when I finish playing football, I'm not going to work within football. Really,
you might not work at all.
Yeah, well, that'd be nice. I think a few years ago I kind of hoped that, but I think that ship sailed as well.
I think we all thought that when we first
started. So maybe it will change, and maybe management will be something that I'm interested in. But I think most likely, I'd quite like to. I mean, I think it's a desirable job, isn't it, to be a sporting director or a director of football and that kind of thing. There's a hell of a lot of players and not many sporting directors, so maybe it's wishful thinking, but I would quite like to sort of walk into that kind of role. Yeah, I don't see why not either.
It's a business degree.
Yeah,
business degree. A certain business degree, or
it's global sports business management. And then they also they tie it in with they've got a sporting directorship degree as well.
Really?
So you can tie them both in, and it kind of becomes like a master's degree, really, to be honest. I mean, ultimately it's a piece of paper, right? Like, you need to have the capabilities, but it's a good way of learning the kind of the way football clubs operate outside of actually being a player.
100%. So I'm going to move on to player versus player. And we're going to do England wingers. So with you being Scottish, I'll ask you a different one. It won't be Scottish wingers. But yeah, we're going to do player versus player with Jordan, English wingers, starting with Grealish versus Walcott. Who you picking?
Jack.
Grealish versus Lennon.
Jack.
Grealish versus Saka.
Jack.
Grealish versus Ashley Young.
Jack.
Grealish versus Sterling. We're talking primes, by the way.
Jack.
Grealish versus Joe Cole.
Jack.
Grealish versus Foden.
Phil.
Grealish, Foden versus Rashford.
Marcus.
Rashford versus Beckham.
Marcus.
So there we have it. Jordan said Rashford is the best English winger since 2000.
Yeah.
I agree.
There you go. I'm happy with that.
I agree. You happy with that? Yeah.
I'm happy with that.
Grealish stayed for a while.
Jay did well.
Grealish did well, man.
You know your football as well. So if you're happy with that, and I'm happy with that, bro. I'm happy with that.
Theo, for you, I've got striker edition. We're going global strikers since 2000, and we're starting off with Van Persie versus Nistelrooy.
Cool.
Van Persie.
Van Persie versus Tevez.
Tevez.
Tevez versus Aguero.
Aguero.
Aguero versus Benzema.
For its all-round play, Benzema.
Benzema versus Haaland.
Haaland. I love Benzema though. Yeah, Haaland. He's just a freak.
Haaland versus Zlatan.
You're killing him. This is hard.
Hard, isn't it?
Haaland.
Haaland versus Drogba.
Haaland.
Haaland versus Rooney.
Rooney.
Rooney versus Suarez.
Suarez.
Suarez versus Mbappe.
Oh, that's a killer.
Yeah, it's not nice.
That is a killer. Suarez
versus Kane.
Sorry to the England fan, Suarez.
And finally,
I know what's coming.
you don't.
I
Do
don't.
not.
Nah. Suarez versus Henry.
Oh,
I didn't want to throw R9 in there because I just thought he would have been
he
clear.
would win it.
Yeah. So I've gone Henry.
Oh, Suarez.
So Suarez is the best striker since 2000 for you. Oh, let me do one more. Suarez versus Lewandowski.
Suarez,
best striker since 2000, yeah?
I think he.
Fair, man.
Yeah, I think he's.
Yeah. I think he'd be about third or fourth on my list.
Yeah,
Really?
I would have put third, I think.
I think I would have put Henry over him.
Yeah, and me.
And maybe Mbappe, you know.
And me.
Yeah.
That would have been my top 3, I think.
Who you going top out of Mbappe and Henry?
I would have gone Henry.
Henry, yeah.
I would have gone Henry. I think Mbappe, Suarez.
For me,
Then
when
I think
Mbappe
Kane.
finishes, I think he's going to be top.
I think you could be right.
Yeah.
You could be right.
We've got a World Cup. We could have another.
But do you know what?
A hat trick in a World Cup final.
Suarez was nuts. Man.
Suarez at Barca and obviously the last
He's
season at
crazy.
Liverpool. Was
I just think
mental.
he just dragged teams like he joined a bang average Liverpool team. He drags them to virtually winning the Premier League. He takes Uruguay to semi-finals. He joins Barcelona. He outscores Messi to win Golden Boots. You know, I'm just like
he's up there. He's right up there for me. I was surprised with you Tevez over Van Persie.
Yeah, I was surprised at that as well.
oh, I love Tevez, man.
I feel like Tevez is your kind of player still.
Van Persie.
Van Persie, but yeah.
No,
I
but
feel
shout out you though for not giving me the mad thing because the England one was calm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To be fair, you stayed with me for a
If
while.
this goes up, I'm definitely getting some abuse for that. I think to be honest. Yeah.
Right, we'll finish off. We've got 5 minutes left with a this or that, and I'll start with some of your questions will be similar. I'll start with who wants to go first. Anyone?
Jordan wants to go first.
Jordan,
Okay,
yeah.
let's do it.
Late kickoff or early kickoff?
Late kickoff.
Molds or studs?
Studs.
4-3-3 or 3-5-2?
Well, 4-3-3.
Left wing or right wing?
Left.
Score a screamer or dribble past 3 and slot it?
Dribble past 3 and slot it.
Goal or assist?
Goal and assist.
Now you have to give me one, bro.
Goal.
Goal?
Yeah.
Home games or away games?
Away.
Away?
Yeah.
Alright, why is that?
I just love playing in more hostile atmospheres when you're getting booed and that.
You enjoy
Home fans
that, yeah?
wicked. Yeah, I love it. Yeah, love it. Like you try to step over and they try to boo you and that, and then you end up ripping someone and you can turn around and I love it. Yeah, love it.
I'm trying to pack as much in the last 3 minutes.
I'm here for away games.
You say molds or studs?
Studs.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah.
Thought you might have been a mold.
I slip too much.
I need the studs as well because
Yeah.
I'm quite like.
Yeah, it kills me.
A lot of wide players like to wear molds, but I feel like maybe they're the gliders. I'm not really
Bro,
a glider.
I'm not a glider. Yeah.
Only like.
JK's like a glider,
Yeah.
isn't he?
Yeah, he is. Other than that, like pre-season period, like as soon as we get out of pre-season and the first month of the season, I'm straight into studs.
I've been begging for the molds. I keep wearing them in the warm up and then changing them.
Yeah. Or you think the pitches are quite dry and then, and then they wet it and then they wet it and then you're like, oh shit, I've got the wrong footwear on here.
And you change them at flipping when the keeper goes down or something. Right, Theo. Some similar questions. Quick fire, this or that. Wing back or winger?
Wing back.
Direct football or play out from the back?
Play out from the back.
Game in the heat or game in the cold?
I've gone against my roots here, but a game in the heat.
4-3-3 or 3-5-2?
3-5-2.
Last minute winner or win 5-0?
Last minute winner.
Score a screamer or dribble past 3 and slot it?
Dribble past 3 and slot it, but I've not actually done that yet. So.
Neither have I. I think that's probably why I choose that one as well.
It sounds like it'd be nice.
Yeah, it does sound. Son against who was it?
Oh yeah, was it Burnley?
Yeah, Ravel Morrison against West Ham.
Yeah.
For West Ham or no?
For West Ham against White Hart Lane.
Yeah, top goal. He said 4-3. You said 3-5-2 over 4-3-3.
Yeah.
I think it's more effective.
I think
Or personally for you?
Personally for me, I prefer playing it because I can probably play in the position I'm maybe suited best for.
I've seen you going like that when Jordan said 4-3-3.
I like the 3 at the back personally. I just feel like more and more teams are well, certainly, I don't know about you, but like it feels like virtually every team we play against is pretty much
definitely
playing a 5.
League One is more teams playing with like 5 compared to. I don't
maybe,
know why
maybe not in the Prem, but like certainly, yeah.
I'm going to say you go to the elite level teams. I think you struggle to find any that play with 3 centre backs.
Why do you think that is? Why do you think teams at the top are playing with about 4, but teams lower down are playing with 5?
They're all elite players, so the 2 centre backs can play.
Need less cover.
Yeah, the right backs, left backs, are top. I think, naturally you'll see that as you go down the leagues, that the lower quality of the player, then sometimes the manager will want to almost add that extra defender in. But I mean, you think of all the top teams off the top of your head, I'm struggling to sit here and think of anyone that plays with a back 3.
The ones that just stand out is like Conte.
Yeah, Conte's teams. I don't know about the Inter play a 3, I think, don't they? Maybe a couple of the Italian sides play it, but
no, they do. But I mean,
it's rare, isn't it?
Inter having one as well.
Yeah,
like Italian football as a whole having one.
Yeah,
but
to finish off, we've got 57 seconds left, and I know she's going to cut me off soon. I need a question for the next guest from both of you. Sorry.
Okay. That's a great question, Demi.
3 reasons why Suarez is the best striker since the year 2000.
Okay, that'll be one of them.
When's the next guest coming on, roughly?
Probably in a couple of weeks.
Who's going to win the World Cup and why?
Okay, I like it. Nice one. This was Beneath Clothes Can I Shock You? Episode 3 with Jordan Graham and Theo Archibald. Thanks for tuning in. Like and subscribe. Peace.